Are you ready for another spooky story? Tain't so. Old Mr. Dinkins was taken ill very suddenly, so they sent for the doctor in a big hurry. When he came, old man Dinkins said, "There's nothing the matter with me." "You are dying," said the doctor. "'Tain't so," said old man Dinkins, but the next day he was dead. So they put the old man in his coffin, they carried him to church and had his funeral. Then they carried him to the graveyard and buried him. They put up a gravestone, but there was no time to carve anything on it, not even his name. The next morning, a neighbor passing the graveyard on his way to work saw old man Dinkins sitting on the graveyard fence. "Hello there. I thought you were dead," said the neighbor. "'Tain't so," said old man Dinkins. The neighbor went and told Mrs. Dinkins that her husband was sitting on the graveyard's fence, saying that he was not dead. "Pay no attention," said the widow. "He's foolish." Later on, another neighbor passing by the graveyard heard someone say, "Hello, Tom." "Hello," said Tom, and stopped for a chat. "It's you, is it?" "Sure," said old man Dinkins. "I heard you were dead." "'Tain't so." "I heard about the burial." "Well, as you can see, I am not buried." "That's so," said the neighbor, and went on, somewhat puzzled. The next day, someone from town was passing by the graveyard on horseback. He heard someone say "hello" and stopped to see who it was. He saw a very old gentleman sitting on the fence. The old gentleman said, "What's the news from town?" "Not much news except old man Dinkins is dead." "'Tain't so." "That's what they said." "Well, 'tain't so." "How do you know?" said the man. "I'm Dinkins." "Oh," said the man, and rode away pretty fast. He stopped at the nearest store and said, "There's a funny old fellow sitting on the graveyard fence who said he is old man Dinkins." "Can't possibly be," said the storekeeper. "Why not?" "Because old man Dinkins is dead." This kept going on week after week, month after month. The whole town knew that old man Dinkins was dead, but old man Dinkins sat on the graveyard fence saying, "'Tain't so." After much talk and consultation, the townspeople decided to hold another burial. But first, they had these words carved on the gravestone. "Here lies the body of Theodore Dinkins, aged 91, respected citizen of Wadmalaw Island, who died January 17th, 1853. And they said the burial service over the old man's grave for a second time. The next day, when old man Dinkins crawled out of the grave, he read what the stone said. He read it over 2 or 3 times. "Well, maybe so," he said. He hasn't yelled at anybody from the graveyard fence since then.